What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Rich Nice back again. Weather report, nice and sunny. I think the high today is supposed to be 68. Blue skies. So today would be a perfect day to go ahead and do the leveling kit on Megatron. I got it in the mail. It's called Supreme Suspension or something like that. So let's do an unboxing. So, in here, you have your steel spacers, solid. One for both sides. You have your hardware, your shock extensions. These are flag nuts for the top, and your bolts. And then you have some old Supreme. Then you have some old Supreme suspension merch, and of course, always instructions. I'm not going to bore you with taking the rims off. As you can see, we got our new TSI off-road wheels on here. So we did do some trimming right here. Not sure if y'all can see that because it's a little dark. But this will give us that extra lift that we need to make sure that we don't rub. So as always, let's get into it. All right, YouTube. First thing we got to do is take off the nut for the sway bar end link, which I think is like a 18 millimeter. We got to undo the shock with the flag nut down here. This is I believe a 21 millimeter. And then we got to undo the brake lines. There is a bolt here, right here, and then one right behind the shock right there. And I believe those are 13 or either 14 millimeter. So let's get into it. One thing you may have to do is get you a set of vice grips and clip the top of this, because if not, when you turn your bolt, the whole thing will turn. So, you know. And just like that, she'll be coming off. All right, what I found out that works best is if you have a 8 millimeter ratchet on the top, that's what size it is. And then if you have a 18 millimeter ratchet, it comes off really, really easy. All right, so next we need to take these 13mm bolts out here, and then take the 21mm here, and she'll be ready to drop down. So I'm not gonna bore you with all the ratchet and all that good stuff, so I'll be right back. Air tools also help. Wait for the compressor to stop. All right, we got a 13mm out for our brake lines here. And the other one's here, bolts down here somewhere. Hit it right here. This bolt that goes right here. So pull our shock out. I believe we're going to have to drill a 3/8 inch hole right here. So other than that, we should be able to let the pumpkin down in the front. The spring should hopefully fall out. Basically, we need to go on the other side and do the same thing because that's what's holding it up. So let's go on the other side. On the passenger side, we got our sway bar end link nut off. Again, 8mm on top, 18mm ratchet. We got our 21mm bolt out for our shock, so it's free. So we just pry it out. Other than that, we need to get the 13mm bolts out for the brake lines. If your truck is older, you might need to use some PB Blast or liquid wrench or whatever to get these out. It may be a little bit stubborn. So I'll get this out and we should be able to get ready to drop it. All right, we got our brake lines done. Go ahead and lower the driver's side. Coil springs are out. Make sure you notice what orientation the top of your coil springs are. Like on the passenger side, mine is as straight as you look in, but on the driver's side, it's actually facing the shock on the other side. So just make sure you make a mental note of where these things go so you can put them back the same way. All right, YouTube, first thing we're gonna do is put on our shock extenders, which is this piece right here. And it just sits in just like this. They give you a bolt for it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the factory bolt on the bottom. Just like that. Take our flag nut, put it on the back side. Just like that. As you can see, the flag nuts on here. I'm gonna tighten it up. I believe it's supposed to be torqued to 89 foot-pounds, but we're way over that, so no worries. Then we have to turn our shock, so whenever the axle comes up, it'll go right in. We'll use this bolt right here for the shock. Next, we'll grab our flag nut, or our this piece right here. We'll go on the top up here. Just drop it in. So you got to put a wrench up there. We're gonna take our small bolt right here and our 2-inch coil spacer, and it goes right here, and then the bolt goes through here and through that nut that's up top. But I can't do it with one hand, so I'm gonna do that and I'll be right back. Wrong. All right, so this plate right here goes right here in the center, and then the bolt goes through the middle of here, and then you secure it. So again, I need 2 hands to do that, so I'll be right back. All right, we got it in. Bolts through the center, just like the instructions say, right here. So we should be good to go. So now we just need to put our spring back. And then there's a hole right here that the little tip goes in. See this little tip right there? It goes up through this hole, just like that. Then your spring goes in. It will make contact here, fill in this gap once we raise the axle back up. So now on to the driver's side. All right, since the ABS sensor is up here above the spring pocket, it says we can't go through the middle with the long bolt, so we have to use this existing hole right here, and just use the small bolt and bolt it up that way. So should be fairly simple. Again, I only have 2 hands, so I'm gonna have to put the camera down and bolt it up. Bring it right back. All right, we got our pocket in, spring is back in. So now we just need to jack it up and make sure that everything stays aligned as we're going back up. And then we can put our shocks on and go from there. that. Rotate it a little bit. Just like that. So we gotta get our shock out. Once we get our shock out, we'll be able to turn it, bolt it back up, bolt our brake lines back up, and put the tire back on. Don't forget your sway bar end link nut. So I'm gonna do all that, and I'll be right back. All right, just like that, boys and girls, we got our sway bar end link tightened back down. We have our ABS and brake lines connected back. We have our shock connected back. Got our flag nut in. So we just got to do the same thing on the passenger side, and we can put the tires back on and we're ready to go. All right, let's get to the passenger side. All right, just like that, passenger side. Spring is in the right orientation. Got our shock extender bolted back in, sway bar end link. Got our brake lines bolted back up. So really it's 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts, and you can level your truck. And it's gonna take you a couple hours, especially if you do it by yourself. But if you have some other hands, you can get done a lot faster. So really now we just gotta put the wheels on and then set her on the ground and see what she looks like. So the real test is to see if we are going to rub we clear. That's full lock. The front didn't rub. It was the back. So yep, there she is. After you do any suspension work, make sure that you go down and get your alignment done, because tires cost way too much money to be wasted. So that's what we'll do next. We'll go get it aligned and she'll be good to go. Till next time, like, subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll see the next video when I load it. Peace.